just man, and you are fully submitted to the order of God, so God will redeem to your son, and there is a huge sheep that came from heaven and to be the sacrifice instead of Ismail. So that is a great meaning of that event, and showing the full submission and the full obedience to God of Abraham and of his son and all this.
And this is how it comes all the way back now to modern history.
Yes.
Eid al-Adha, which means to sacrifice, and there is the tradition, whether it's cultural or religious, to slaughter whatever you are capable of slaughtering. It doesn't have to be a big cow or a big sheep, whatever your financial
according to the ability and the capability of
and
the person
Muslims
himself.
do this now on the first day of Eid.
Yeah, and also the a meaning of this, how to aid and to help the poor people. Okay, poor people, and now we know that the life is so hard now, and we have lots of economic problem, and the life and everything that they are very expensive. So to have 1 kilo even of meat, it is something so hard for the poor people, even for the middle class. What about the poor people that they cannot do this? So this is the feast of the poor people. So this is the origin of that story, that to have a sacrifice and to have an animal to be slaughtered, and after that to distribute most of the meat of this to the poor people. So this is a great feast for these people. And also I would like to say or to tell a very important conception in Islam. We have only 2 feasts in Islam. We have no other. Okay, we have 2 feasts. The first one, this is the lesser feast, or
after the whole smaller Ramadan.
This is the eating feast, which is following the last day of Ramadan. And 70 days after that one, we have the second feast, which is the Bayram. This is Eid al-Adha that we have in this time. We have no else feasts for Islam. But we have also another great days, but they are not considered to be a feast in Islamic calendar. We have the day of the birth of Prophet Muhammad, or that we call it now Mulid al-Nabawi, but it's not a Mulid, or it's not a kind of feast, but it's a great day for the Muslim. It is also the immigration day for Prophet Muhammad from Mecca to Medina. We have also the heavenly voyage of Prophet Muhammad, al-Isra wal-Miraj, on the 27th of Rajab. These are great days, but they are not considered to be a feast or feasts for the Muslims.
Sir, the climax of Al-Hajj is today. Millions of Muslims are standing on the Arafat Mount in order to obey God and to do the main ritual of Islam, the 5th pillar of Islam, the Hajj.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about Waqfat Arafat, or this important ritual?
Yes, the standing on Arafat is considered to be one of the most important rituals of Al-Hajj, and there is no Hajj without Arafat.
This is the difference between Umrah and Hajj.
Yes, yes, and one of the main, one of the tradition of Prophet Muhammad, that Al-Hajj Arafat. It means that there is no Hajj, there is no pilgrimage without the standing of Arafat. And we know that Arafat, even just for the name, why it's Arafat? Arafat's called by that name because it is the place when Prophet Adam, he was came down from paradise with Eve, and Prophet Adam, he was in India, and Eve was in Jeddah. So after nearly hundreds of years, and they did not meet. And Adam, he does not know, or he did not know where is Hagar, where's Eve. So there is an order for him that he was nearly 30 meters high. He was a long man. This is the beginning of the creation of the people. The people, they were so high and so tall. On the same time, very long, very old aged. It means that Adam nearly 950 years old. So hundreds of years for them, it's nothing. So Adam, he was jumping in order to go a certain place. So Eve, she was nearly to that mountain. He found her in Arafat. So they recognize each other there. Uta'arafu in this place. So this Arafat, because Adam and Eve, they recognized each other in this place. So also even that is something very important just for the name. So the people, they stand there on the mountain of Arafat as a very important ritual. We see millions of Muslims, they came from all around, from all over the world, millions of people of different races, different colors, different languages, but they say the same words, the same spells, or the same prayers. This is amazing. This is considered to be a great congress of all the Muslims, and that is showing that Islam does not recognize anything like racism or something like that. We don't have any difference of the people.
And people, all the people
all
in
of the
Arafat, they
people,
are wearing
yeah,
the same thing.
the same clothes, they are equal. There is no difference. You cannot differentiate between a poor person or rich one.
Indeed.
And even this, what we can see also from all pillars of Islam. For example, when we pray, all of the people, they are submitted to God and they put their front on the ground. We don't see who is the prince, who is the king, who is the poor, who is whatever. They are equal in front of God. Even for fasting Ramadan, all the people, they do the same. There is no difference between poor and rich, and even women and a man, they have the same duties and they have the same obligations that they should do. That is a great conception and a great significance of what Islam is showing to us about the equality between the whole people in that place. On that place, the people, they pray to God with all that they want. And as we know that the pilgrimage, if the Muslim, he did it with a good way, that all that he made, all the sins that he made during his life, they will be forgiven by God. And so this is a great day. And according to the tradition that God is appearing to these people, they don't see God, but God is looking at these people, and they are favored of the side of God, and he will forgive all the people that they are there, but with a good pilgrimage.
Indeed. Doctor, I also want to ask you about other rituals that are taking place during Hajj.
Yes.
Because it's several days and there's several rituals.
Yes.
Tell us what happens after today's ascending to
Yes,
Mount
we
Arafah.
have also very important ritual like the touring between the Safa and Marwa. This is to imitate what Hagar she
Did
made
with her
before.
son.
This is for the 7th tour between the mountains. It was so hard for women, but now we imitate a woman. This also is just to give us all the Muslim, that they are all around the world, they imitate what a woman she made before. And especially when this woman, she was Egyptian also. So this an Egyptian woman, and all the Muslims, they imitate the Egyptian woman when she was walking between between the mountain and all that. This is a great sign, and God ordered us to imitate that Egyptian woman of what she made there. Also, we have very important tour all around the Kaaba. We have also that for 7 times at Tawaf, around the Kaaba 7 times. And also I would like to say that Muslims, they did not worship Kaaba. Kaaba, we don't worship. But we made the rituals that Hagar made before 4,000 years as an imitation of these rituals, as a sign of sacrifice, as a sign of redemption. We just imitate that. But we don't worship the Kaaba itself as a wood, because some other non-Muslims, they believe, why Muslims, they do this and they turn around and they walk around the Kaaba and it's a wooden thing and something like that. No, we don't worship that. We just worship God. We have a full monotheism in our religion, and we should
doing the rituals of
yes, just the rituals, but without worshiping the Kaaba itself or the wooden thing that we have, or even also the black stone itself. And as it's the tradition of Umar ibn al-Khattab, he said that, I know that, he's talking to the stone, I know that you are a stone. Does not give any benefit or does not give any evil or something. But I saw that the Prophet is kissing you, so I kiss you for that. For nothing else, I don't do that. So this just to show that how the people also, they have that belief. Also for the stories also, and according to what in history, that Hagar, when she was dead, she was buried on the Kaaba. She was buried on the Kaaba, and after her son Ismail, when he was dead also, he was buried closer to his mother. So we have also, we know the 2 places of the graves of Hagar and Ismail. Abraham himself, Sarah, she was buried, or she was dead before him, and she's buried now in Hebron in Palestine. And then Abraham, he was buried closer to her, and then Isaac, he was the son of Hagar, the son of Sarah. He was also buried closer to his mother, and then Jacob was also buried closer to them. So there in Hebron and Al-Khalil in Palestine, we have 4 important graves of 4 prophets that they are burying there.
Sir, today for the people who are not standing on Mount Arafat,
Yes.
the majority of Muslims are fasting.
Yes.
And it is said that fasting, this very holy day and very important day in Islam, God forgives the person who fasts
1 year before and
1 year
another.
after.
Yes.
What is the importance of fasting during this very special day?
Yes, fasting, it is well done during that for the people that they are not in Mecca. But the people that they stand in Arafat,
they don't fast.
They don't fast there. But just for these people, it is one of the greatest day for the Muslim. Okay, and as we say that we have a greatest night. This is Laylat al-Qadr. We have a great day. We have the day of Arafat. We have greatest days. We have the first 10 days of Zul Hijjah. So that day of Arafat, this is a special day, and as you said that according to the tradition of Prophet Muhammad, the one who is fasting this day, God forgives him a year before and a year after that. So I think most of the Muslims that they are caring to fast that special day for the Muslim, and all of them they ask God to be there on the next year, inshallah.
Inshallah. Dr. Ismaiil Hamid, researcher of Islamic history, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you, Dr. Ismaiil, and happy Eid.
Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now take you to a quick feature story prepared by Dina Yunus, and we'll be right back for our second segment on this morning's edition of The Breakfast Show. Stay tuned.